The truth is, in today's moving world, you have been listening to all the mentors in the industry, and they have been preaching you the old and outdated business modules that work for them the best in their own generation. Now, there are specific generations with different kinds of business models. Now, you can't expect to earn a lot of money by starting a social media marketing agency, for example, in 2024. If you did so back in 2017, where it was upbringing and everything were coming in, everyone were coming in and formed in community and everyone were starting off then, you could have been somewhere today. But that's not the case. You're sitting in your room, willing to make money and learn from the experiences of others to start your own journey. I'm Ryan. I started 7 businesses in the past 2 years, and I'm here to share you all the experiences I've had and tell you what you could do that I couldn't. Well, now you're listening to motivational speakers. They'll be telling you to work hard, get up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., work your ass off, and all of that. But you're thinking to yourself, what do I work on? How do I get things started? What do I do in 2024 that will make me some money? What are some of the business models? You really have to work your hardest and put the most efforts in the beginning, in the initial stage. So I call this stage the initiative. When you're starting off your journey, you really need to take that initiative, and that initiative is basically you sitting down, as simple as that sounds. You sitting down in front of your laptop and just searching all the things, all the business modules you can do in 2024 and see what fits best for you. Now, after you've done that, you don't go back to your bed, sleeping in and, getting things done. You wake up the next morning, you be like, yeah, I saw that. I don't know what to do now. You take the initiative. Again, I don't know how much emphasis I'm supposed to give people to actually just start. Even if you don't have the money, do the things that you can do with all your resources you have right now and make things work. I remember the first thing I ever started was a startup company. It was called Helping On. It was a community for mental health issues, and anonymous people can come there. It was a startup. So a friend of mine and we started it because he was doing psychology and I was in the technical department, and that was my skill set and that was his skill set. We came up with this idea and we started it. We took the initiative. When you actually have a plan in mind, if you actually have it could be a very minor business idea. All you have to do is just see what you can do right now, and all the capital investments and everything you need will come. Trust me, it will come. But you just need to start doing what you will do with your resources. And that's how you get things started. The second business I started was a tuition center where we used to teach from grades 8 to 12 with a couple of entrance exams we had in India. It was a brick and mortar business. It was a service we provided. And we took an initiative. In my community, there were no tuition centers, and it's all about observation. So this was my first service business I provided, and it was a physical business. So I had teachers and I had a lot of students that were coming in. So we created a community where we posted a lot of banners, a lot of flyers, and so on and so forth, did the marketing we needed. And we taught students. So it wasn't us teaching them, but it was the teachers we hired to teach the students we have been coming.
Making of Gen Z.
Making of Gen Z.
Billion dollar company.
Now this was a very weird time for me. Now I wanted to move towards more of the online sector of the industry, and I wanted to see what I could do and what was trending at that point in time. And I wanted to get into that, and I started trading. Now I started trading options, which were binary, and I did that for a while. It was a very weird journey. It was a roller coaster for me. But the initial starting days, I was just trying to do paper trading, and just to kick things off, I was just making myself more knowledgeable about the subject rather than just putting in money and then do it. By the way, while I was trading, I didn't have enough capital. I had zero capital. I didn't have any money to actually trade with. So I was just doing paper trading. And then as soon as I took the initiative, the sources of money, I'm telling you guys, the sources of money automatically come as soon as you put the effort and time into it. It literally just walks past you. You seize that opportunity and people start giving you money. Because money just starts coming from here and there where you didn't even expect it to come from. And that was my trading. Now, after trading, I wanted to gain more experience in the field. I wanted to know more about business. I wanted to know more about the hardcore physical businesses that actually people, take a retail shop, they rent it out, and then, a more of an F&B type of an industry, which is food and beverages. So it was Ramadan at that point, and a famous dish in India, which is called halim. It becomes it's very trendy in India when it's Ramadan. And I was like, you know what? It's trending right now. It's raining. All I have to do is just stand in the rain, so the rain pours on me. I put a little stall in front of a mosque, and I wanted to see how it goes. I wanted to see how white labeling is done, where I buy a certain product for a cheaper price and then label it as my own product and then sell it. And I wanted to see how that's done, and then I started my halim business. It's like, you know what? I did all of this. I've learned so much on my path. And now I wanted to see how people actually do it in their life, how it's usually done, how people actually learn and then, get a job and do their 9 to 5 just for disciplinary reasons. And then I went out, I came to America, and I started working a 9 to 5. Later on, I took a little deviation in life. I was like, you know what? Let me do arbitrage. Now, I did some crypto arbitrage where I buy it at a cheaper price, sell it at a location at a different price. Now, I had a lot of experiences and learning from this on how the risk factors, the amount of work you have to actually put into that, and so on and so forth. But that was one of the things that I've done also, and I just wanted to get it out there. Finally, on to my 7th business so far, and this is the most recent, and I'm working on it right now as well. It is an AI automation agency. As before, I told you every generation has its own business module that it works best for that specific time in that industry. In this moving world with so much advanced technology, and I'm capable enough to be adaptive in this industry to actually find the right business model for the right time. And right now I'm working on an automation agency where I spent months to actually learn how to automate businesses and what service I can provide to them to actually focus more on growth, scaling, and so on, rather than focusing more on the repetitive tasks for business owner in their field. So now we consult businesses and automate certain tasks for them after consultation, and that's what I'm doing right now. Well guys, it's more about all the things you learn from people's experiences that I have learned so much by doing all of these 7 businesses that no one can teach me that in a university who teaches finances and businesses and marketing. Because once you're really out on the field and you're doing it yourself, teaches you so much that you can't even imagine. So I always encourage people to actually take that initiative, and initiative is the only thing that will only get you started other than anything. I'm going to be breaking down all of the 7 businesses I started, and I'm going to be sharing you my experiences so you guys can learn and make sure if you're starting a brick and mortar business, if you're starting a physical business, if you're starting an online business, if you're arbitraging, if you're white labeling, so there's so many things. And you make sure you do this the right way and actually make a lot of money from all of these things, then actually trying it out yourself and then, focusing on the things you might do wrong and do this. So after you hear on the further future videos I'll be making, let's build a community and grow together and what business models are best in today's world, and let's do the best of it. And if you don't want to take that initiative, you can go back to watching your cartoons, you can go back to watching all your entertainment videos on YouTube, shorts, reels, TikTok, you can do whatever you want. And putting effort in making these videos for you guys to actually learn from all my experiences and make the most out of it. I hope you guys like this video. I really want you guys to subscribe, like, stay updated to learn a lot from the experiences I've gained, and let's grow together.